Hey, sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip hop and salsa. I had a little bit of a brain fart doing my old intro. Guys, I'm doing great. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to bring you a video last week. Today's video is, I got some delicious homemade pasta. Some delicious pasta with some cheese. Yes, I'm having pasta again. Just reaching out to you guys. I hope sofrito lovers, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful dinner tonight. This is my dinner. It is Thursday night. Yes, it is not my usual mukbang night. But the last couple of Wednesdays have been busy. So I said, listen, my Thursday is free. I'll see what I can do. Some delicious penne pasta. It's pasta alla David, the famous dish that I invented for my beautiful partner David. It's got mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, zucchini, pasta, and of course ground beef sirloin. Homemade food. So great. Lately we've been ordering out so much or eating frozen food and stuff that you nuke. Just having some delicious homemade food is amazing. So frito lovers, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm spilling food everywhere as per usual. Ben Ramos mukbang. Look, more pasta. Está bueno. As you read from the title, I'm going to be talking about breaking up. It's been on my mind. David and I are perfectly fine. He and I are not breaking up, but there are some breakups happening around us. I won't be disclosing any specifics or names or anything like that, but David and I are surrounded by a couple of couples that have been together 10 plus years breaking up, and it's hard. It's hard to see friends undergo this type of transition. It's not easy. Personally, I do actually have some folks that I know. David's got some friends. We're not going to talk about that. Those are his friends. But there are some breakups taking place around that are sometimes shocking. You know how like when people are together for decades and then all of a sudden they're like, we're not together anymore. And your first thought is like, y'all have been together for like, like since forever. How are you breaking up? Why are you breaking up? You start thinking of people as a unit, and then now they're not a unit, and it's like, whoa. And then you think about whose side am I taking, and who was right and who was wrong, and where do I stand, and I like him but I hate her, love her and I love her and I hate him, and all that. Crazy. Have you guys ever been in any messy breakups? I haven't. I was in one of the biggest breakups I ever had, and it was kind of mutual to a degree, and it was painful, but it was necessary, and it was time, and we both kind of recognized that. Feeling a little choky. Give me a second. Washing everything down with some Coke Zero. You know how sometimes food goes... Oh, okay. I thought it went down the wrong way. Washing everything down with some Coke Zero. I thought it went the wrong way. I'm okay. This is not a choking hazard video. But one of the most important breakup I've ever had was mutual. It was painful, but very amicable. and that person and I remained friends forever. And our relationship was better because we broke up. Because we more than friends. We stayed friends and family. Our love for each other transformed and changed. So the relationship had to transform and change. But it turned into something very positive and became family. That person is family to me. We were better. We had the time that we had together as a couple. And when it was over, it was time to be friends and it was time to be family. And that has worked out perfectly. I know that that is rare. I know that it's very unique. But then again, I've seen that happen with a couple of other people. To be honest, within my community of folks, I've seen people break up and kind of like move into a friendship, almost family ship that was far more positive in the relationship, or moved into a friendship and family ship where it's where it needed to go. I know with my own breakup, and I'm not going to dwell on that either because it's also something that happened more than a decade ago. We became family and friends, and it stayed that way up until the end. But, you know, breakups can be messy. Clean, nice, mutual, respectful, loving breakups are rare. Again, I've been a part of one and I've seen it, but for the overwhelming majority of the time when people break up, it is like, you know, you activate World War III, you got to take sides. I've known friendships to break up because the relationship broke up and the friend didn't take the right side or didn't take sides and try to remain neutral and try to be friends on both ends. And people are like, nope, you were either with me or without me. Some breakups are happening around us that are humbling and sad and surprising. Again, you know, when you've known a couple for a long time, it becomes almost impossible to imagine them separated. And then they're going to separate and not be the couple that they were. And then eventually they'll meet other people and they'll become a part of new couples. And it's just, you know, as people around them, as friends, family, community around them, it can be kind of like it's bracing. Not that we're suffering in any real way, because we're not. But there is an emotional component for us as well, which is nowhere near as important as the emotional component that the two people who are breaking up are experiencing. But, you know, you also can't deny experiences. I've decided to be as neutral as Switzerland. I love you both. I care about you both. I'm here for you both. I'm not taking sides. I've made it very clear. Not taking sides. Love you both. Interact with you both in different ways. One of you is closer to me than the other, and that's okay. And then, of course, when people are breaking up around you, what do you think about your own relationship? And you start questioning like, hey, is everything okay between us? Is there anything you're resenting? Am I getting on your nerves? What can I do to be a better partner? So some of those conversations have happened with David and I. Because again, on his side, because, you know, David and I, we have our own friends. You know, there's friendships and relationships he had way before he met me, and likewise. And sometimes we mix them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes when I go hang out with my friends, I'm like, no, David's not coming. You're my friend, and I want to spend time with my friend away from my usual life. And, you know, it's okay. David and I are really good at giving each other space. You do you, I do me. And later on, we get together and it's us time. It worked for us. Does that work with a lot of people? No. You do what works for you. We'll do what works for us. Everybody's good. Is everybody happy? Is everyone being fulfilled? Is everyone all right? Okay, good, great. Ija. So he's got some friends on his side that are going through stuff too, and we both have the same questions to each other, and we're both really good at communicating. I tell this all the time to people, and some people find it really interesting. David and I have been together 13 years. We're about to be 14 in April, and we've never broken up. And a lot of people have been like, "What do you mean you've never broken up? You've never broken up?" I'm like, no, we've never been through a period where we broke up. We haven't. I think we're both really good at communicating. We love, we tolerate, we accept, we let go. You know, we give a lot, we give each other space. David has learned to give me space. I'm one of those people that I can't be bombarded by you. Like, I cannot be around you all the time. I need space. I need alone time. I need to do my own thing. That's my own thing. And I think David may not admit it or see it this way, but I think he's the same way. He just, sometimes he'll say, "Oh, you really want to do that without me? You're not inviting me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want space. I want to do it myself, and I want to do it on my own. I'm going to go run my errands and run around the city and do what I want to do, and I'll see you later." "Oh, why can't we be together?" No, because I want to do this on my own, at my time, at my pace, the way I feel like doing it, and I don't want anyone interfering or being a part of it. And he gets it. But what's interesting is I think he does the same thing. He just doesn't say it as bluntly and as honestly as I say it. That's the one thing that's different with David and I. I can be very straightforward. If I want something, I want this. If I want to be left alone, leave me alone. David is more of a sugarcoater than I am. It would be like, "I love you, but I could really use some time apart. Why don't you go do," I'm more, I don't sugarcoat. Leave me alone. I shoot from the hip. Leave me alone. I don't want to be around you right now. But we're both really good communicators. And like I have really tried to help David not people please as much. And I think he's helped me be a little bit more sensitive and nicer so that I'm not as baseball bat to the knees blunt as I can be. I always want David to tell me what he's feeling and what he wants. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. And he's learned, and he's also helped me sand down the rough edges. So we're very compatible. We have been, we are. Hopefully in the future we'll continue this way. But I mean, when you're surrounded by a lot of breakups, you do get a little bit more analytical of what's happening around you and your relationship, and a little bit more proactive. Like, he and I have had a couple of conversations about, let's keep the communication lines going. When I'm bothering you, you let me know, and vice versa. David struggles with the concept of being so honest to hurt feelings. Like, I love you so much that I'm going to be honest and hurt your feelings. He struggles with that because David is very emotional and can be highly sensitive. And I, like I said, baseball bat blunt to the knees, So I tell him, I love you enough to tell you things that you don't want to hear and don't like and may hurt your feelings. And that's, that's an aspect of love that's difficult. Though David has grown in that regard, just like I've grown in the regard of being a little bit nicer. So, again, balancing each other out. But yeah, there's a lot of breakups taking place, and it's hard. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. It's a lot of things, Relationships are hard. They are. Relationships are, in their own way, their own full-time job. You know, I leave that school, I come home, and I went from being a program director, assistant program director, to being a partner. And it's a fiance, a roommate, all of it. And it can be a lot of wonderful things, a lot of great things, a lot of extraordinary things. But, you know, sometimes it's not easy, which is okay. I don't think human interaction and human relationships are ever not complicated. They can just be less complicated than others at other times. So, frito lovers, be kind, be patient, communicate, be honest, love the people you're with, love them enough to hurt their feelings when you're honest, but also love them enough to be merciful and graceful and kind. You know, David's helped me with that. Okay, mira, so frito lovers, I'm going to finish the rest of this pasta. I don't want to talk about breakups anymore. So, frito lovers, go out there, go have some good pasta. Go out there, go have some culinary adventures. Go taste for yourself. Como siempre, mucho, mucho. Mucho, mucho amor.